Well, Americans sure do love their pizza. The $40 billion a year industry now bolstered by a company that's making the experience more personal. Mod is making your pizza your way with an assembly line-like experience that might remind you of Chipotle. Joining us right now is Mod co-founder and CEO Scott Svenson. Scott, good to see you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So is that what you were trying to go off after, sort of like this Chipotle style where you could come in and just put together your own pizza?
Yeah, so when we started Mod in 2008, nobody had applied the fast casual service model to pizza. And so that was the initial insight or innovation, was to bring this fabulous service model that people had come to love, largely because of Chipotle, and bring it to the second biggest food category for restaurants in the United States, which is pizza.
Wow,
what's the cook time? In other words, once you put all your dressings on top,
yeah,
is it like...
Yeah. That is such a businessman question.
I want to know that.
It's important.
I don't want to be waiting around. I want...
So one of the big innovations.
Pitching him?
One of the big innovations is if you typically went to a pizza restaurant, you'd sit down and you would order and you'd wait 30 or 40 minutes and you'd have an hour-long experience. At Mod, you can walk in, walk down the line, make a pizza exactly the way you want it. And it takes about a minute to build it, and then it takes about 3 minutes to cook it. So from the time you engage with a builder until you have a hot, freshly cooked pizza in your hand, it's about 6 or 7 minutes.
Now let me ask you this, because I make pizza a lot with my father, because my father is a chef, and he had a restaurant. We had a pizza oven. Do you cook the bottom first under there? Do you put it in for like 5 minutes before you actually put everything on so that you can cook the bottom first?
No, it's a thin crust pizza. So when it goes in, it's an 11-inch thin crust pizza. When it goes into the oven's cooking at about 700 degrees. It comes out and it's perfectly cooked throughout, and the indication of a great pizza is that it has a little bit of a crunch to it, but then it's got a chew and a pull like great bread.
Okay,
we get that right now, actually. I want the pizza now.
Are these the traditional Italian ovens, the wood-burning ovens?
It's a gas-fired oven. It's a traditional.
Not the wood.
It's an oven that looks exactly like a traditional Italian pizza oven, except for we don't use wood.
You can't even get those ovens anymore because of the cold changes.
We order them in from Italy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now
we had a brick oven at the Rex Man in my father's restaurant, but you can't get those brick ovens anymore.
You know what? Actually, that's a big business out in California. People build them.
Is that right?
And, yeah, they build them in their backyard.
Different standards.
Yeah. They don't get permits for them.
So,
there you go.
So franchise, right? 80-20, is that what you were saying?
Yeah, so we have 236 stores today.
Yep.
We were the fastest growing restaurant chain in the country in 2015.
130% sales growth last year alone.
Yeah, that's right. So 3.5 years ago, we had 14 stores. And today we have 236. By the end of the year, we'll have north of 290.
I can see a franchise. Maria's.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Mod Maria's.
I'll tell you, we have a fabulous group of partners. We have 80% of our stores are company-owned, 20% are with partners, and we selected 9 super high-caliber franchise partners who, most importantly, got who we are as a company. The story behind Mod is that not only were we the innovator in this space, bringing pizza to people in a new way where they could get it quickly, get it at great value.
Fresh. You
can come in and get an 11-inch thin crust pizza with anything you want on it for under $8. And we don't charge for extra toppings. But the real story of Mod is using pizza in our business as a platform to make a positive social impact. And that's the real motivation behind the business, and the real story is what we call enlightened capitalism, which is this idea of building a business that's unapologetically for profit, but whose purpose is to make a positive
That's
impact.
why millennials love you so much, right, Kirsten? I mean, you were recently recognized by Fortune magazine as one of the top 100 places for millennials to work in this country. Yeah,
and 2 years ago, Fortune ranked us the 7th best place to work in all of retail. So we've been recognized by our team, and we have got a fabulous group of people that work for us, largely millennials.
Yeah, and I love the pressure, too, that your success and your reaching out to millennials puts on other businesses to adapt in this way, to make things like pizza, which maybe among young people had like, oh, pizza's not healthy for you, but to say, no, it can be fresh, it can be good and fast, and also make a big difference. So thanks for putting that pressure on other companies in the industry as well.
Can you hold this pizza to eat, or do you got to use a fork?
Yeah, so the whole idea...
Can you bring us some?
Yeah.
Like ask whether you use a knife and a fork to eat
Well, so a traditional Neapolitan-style pizza is a wet pizza that you need a knife and a fork for.
See?
Traditional New York style is designed so you can pick it up and eat it on the go. Ours is a hybrid, so that it is intended so that you can pick it up, and a piece of pizza should not droop. Unless you're one of those customers who comes in who loves to try to put as much on it as you can, which people do.
Bob, there's only one kind of pizza.
No,
and
I
it's
know.
New York style. Period. Like other things don't exist.
Listen.
Deep dish.
We agree, right?
Yeah.
Our grandpa, I mean, it was all...
Well, you want to use your hands with pizza.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So you did bring us samples then.
You know, we don't have our
I'm
closest
only
store.
kidding.
I
I'm only kidding.
just spent the weekend in Philadelphia. Our closest stores are in Philadelphia and southern New Jersey. But someday I'll come back with some.
Okay.
Because you're going to open in New York someday.
Well, we hope to. Listen,
right.
New York has got a fabulous pizza culture, and that's one of the things that we have to be aware of is how people are used to experiencing their pizza. And to be honest, where we have struggled is where there are communities of high Italian ethnicity where they've got deep pizza heritage.
Right.
And it's not so much that they don't love our pizza, it's just they've been going to the same place for 3 generations.
Well, when you open in New York, leave the fork and knife at home, please. Thank you, Scott
Exactly.
Svenson. Good to see you.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations. Great
Thank you.
idea.
Great, Scott.
Mod
Yeah,
Pizza.
thanks for having me.